I paid for my wife's girls' trip to Cancun. She came back pregnant. I'd had a vasectomy. That should have been the end of the story. It wasn't. Let me back up. My name is David. I'm 34. I've been married to Sarah for 5 years. She has a daughter from a previous relationship, Emma, age 7. Emma calls me Dad. Her biological father left before she was born. I'm the only father she's ever known. 3 weeks ago, Sarah comes into the kitchen while I'm making breakfast. Emma's in the living room, watching cartoons, volume up, safe. Sarah's holding something in her hand, small, plastic, white. She sets it on the counter between us. 2 pink lines. I look at the pregnancy test. I look at her. She's smiling, nervous but smiling. Her hand goes to her stomach in that way women do when they're pregnant. Protective, tender. I know we weren't planning this, she says. But, surprise, the words come out of my mouth before I can stop them. How far along? 8 weeks, maybe 9, she laughs. It sounds tight. I took 3 tests, all positive. 8 weeks. I do the math in my head. March. The girls' trip to Cancun. I'd wired her $3,200 from our business account. She'd said she needed to reconnect with her college friends, needed a break, needed to feel like herself again. I'd encouraged it. I'd stayed home with Emma. We'd had a great week, father-daughter movie nights, pancakes for dinner, building blanket forts. Sarah reaches for the wine bottle on the counter, then stops. Her hand freezes midair. She pulls back. I haven't had a drink in 3 weeks, she says quietly. That detail hits me different. 3 weeks. She's known for 3 weeks. Before she took the test today, before this moment, she'd known. David, her voice is smaller now. Say something. I pick up the pregnancy test. The plastic feels light. The truth it carries weighs everything. We need to talk, I say. Emma calls from the living room. Daddy, can I have more juice? In a minute, sweetheart, I call back. Sarah's face does something I've never seen before. A micro-expression. There and gone. It looks like fear. We wait until Emma's asleep. 9 o'clock. Sarah sits on our bed, hands folded in her lap. I'm standing. I need to be standing for this. How is this possible? I ask. She looks up. What do you mean? Sarah. My voice is calm, too calm, the kind of calm that comes right before something breaks. How is this possible? People get pregnant, David. It happens. Not to us. What are you saying? I walk to the closet, top shelf, behind the winter blankets we never use. I pull down a beige folder, the kind of beige that holds court-certified truths. I bring it to the bed, set it down between us. Sarah stares at it, doesn't touch it. What is that? She whispers. Medical records from my vasectomy. Her face drains of color, not slowly, all at once, like someone pulled a plug. 3 years ago, I continue, March 15th, 2022. You drove me to the appointment. You picked me up after. Remember? Maybe it failed. Her voice is so quiet I almost don't hear it. Sometimes they fail. They test for that. I open the folder. The paper crinkles in the silence. Post-procedure test results, 6 weeks after surgery, sperm count. I read the number like I'm reading a court document. 0 per milliliter, verified sterile. Maybe the test was wrong. I had 3 tests. 3, all 0. Sarah's hands are shaking now. People get pregnant after vasectomies. I read about it. It happens. With a failure rate of 0.01%. Do you know what that means? I'm still calm. I shouldn't be calm. It means more people get struck by lightning. Twice. She stands up fast. Too fast. Are you accusing me of something? I'm asking you a question. How is this possible? Silence. Long enough that I hear the heater click on downstairs. Hear Emma's white noise machine humming through the wall. Hear my own heartbeat in my ears. David? She steps toward me, reaches for my hand. I let her take it. We've had problems. I know that, but we're good now. We're better. This baby. This could be good for us. I look down at our hands, hers holding mine. 5 years of marriage. 5 years of we don't leave. That's what she'd said in our vows. Private vows, just between us. We don't leave, no matter what. I pull my hand away. When you were in Cancun, I say slowly, did anything happen that I should know about? Her eyes go wide. What? No, David, no. You're sure? I was with my friends, Lauren and Jess, the whole time. The whole time? Yes. I nod. Pick up the folder. Put it back on the shelf. When I turn around, Sarah's crying, silent tears down her face. I can't believe you'd think that about me, she says. I'm not thinking anything. I'm just trying to understand math that doesn't work. She wipes her eyes. Maybe we should see a doctor, get a second opinion. Maybe your vasectomy reversed itself naturally. It can happen. It can't. You don't know that. Sarah. I say her name like it's a whole sentence. I have the test results, 3 different tests, all conclusive. She goes completely still. If you've ever had that moment when your entire reality shifts, when something impossible becomes your truth, leave a comment that just says, I felt this. You're not alone, and neither was I about to be. The next morning, I wait until Sarah takes Emma to school. Then I go into my office, lock the door, pull out the filing cabinet, bank statements, credit cards, phone bills. I'm not proud of what I'm about to do, but I'm also not a fool. I start with the trip. Cancun, March 17th through 23rd. I'd wired her $3,200. She'd said the resort was expensive. Spring break rates. I pull up her credit card statement, the one I'm not on, the one she opened last year for building her own credit. There, March 17th, Cancun Resort and Spa. $847, room charge. But I'd already paid for the room, in the wire transfer. $3,200 covered everything. Flights, hotel, spending money. I click into the transaction details. Room 412. Suite upgrade. Why would she need a suite upgrade? She was sharing a room with Lauren and Jess. They'd shown me the booking. Standard double queens. I keep scrolling. March 18th. Resort restaurant. $112. March 19th. Spa services. $293. Normal vacation charges, nothing suspicious. Then I see it. March 20th. Room service. $67. Order time. 2:37 a.m. I stare at that timestamp. 2:37 in the morning. Room service for 1, for 3 girls splitting a room. I click on her text messages. I'd backed up her phone to our shared computer months ago. Routine maintenance. She'd asked me to transfer her photos. I search Cancun in the message archive. 1 result. A text thread I don't recognize. Number saved is just a phone number. No name. I open it. March 10th, 1 week before the trip. Unknown number, can't wait to see you in Cancun. Sarah, me too. Room 412. I'll text you when I'm checked in. Unknown number, already counting down. My hands are shaking. I zoom in on the profile picture. It's small, blurry, but I recognize it. I've seen this photo before, in our office, on the wall by the water cooler. I open my work computer, pull up the company directory, click on Partners. There. Marcus Chen, business partner, friend for 7 years, best man at our wedding. The profile photo matches. I don't recognize the number, but I recognize the profile picture in her old phone backup. It was my business partner. I sit in my office for an hour, maybe 2. I lose track of time. The math is starting to work now, and I wish it wasn't. Sarah comes home with Emma. I hear them downstairs. Emma's talking about her day. Something about art class. Sarah's laughing. Normal mom sounds. Normal afternoon. I close my laptop, lock the files, go downstairs. Emma runs to me. Daddy, look what I made! She's holding a piece of construction paper. Stick figures drawn in crayon, purple and pink and yellow. "It's our family," she says proudly. I kneel down to her level. Look at the drawing. 4 stick figures, one tall with a tie, that's me. One with long yellow hair, Sarah, one small with pigtails, Emma, and one tiny one, a baby. Under my stick figure, in wobbly letters, "Real Daddy." Something in my chest cracks. "It's beautiful, sweetheart. Can we put it on the fridge?" "Of course." I take the drawing, stand up. Emma hugs my leg and runs off to watch TV. Sarah's in the kitchen, unloading groceries. She glances at the drawing in my hand, smiles. She's so excited about the baby. I don't say anything. Just open the fridge, stick the drawing up with a magnet. The baby stick figure smiles at me, innocent, unaware. On the corner of the paper, there's a tiny note in Emma's handwriting, folded over. I open it. "I love you, Daddy. Don't leave like the other one." The other one. Her biological father. The man who left before she was born. The man whose name she doesn't even know. I'm the only father Emma's ever had. The only one who showed up, who stayed, who put her to bed and made her breakfast and helped with homework. That's when I realized walking away from Sarah meant walking away from the only father Emma had ever known. The next morning, I tell Sarah I have a meeting with Marcus. Business stuff. Quarterly review. She doesn't look up from her coffee. "Okay," she says. "Will you be home for dinner?" "Probably." Emma comes down in her school uniform, backpack too big for her small frame. She kisses my cheek. "Bye, Daddy." "Bye, sweetheart. Love you." "Love you more." It's a game we play. Every morning, I watch her go. Sarah holds her hand. They walk to the car. Normal. Everything looks normal. I get in my car, drive to the office, park in my usual spot. Marcus's car is already there. Silver Audi, vanity plate, Chen 1. I sit in my car for 5 minutes, breathing, planning. My phone is in my pocket, recording app already open. One tap and it starts. Legal in our state. Single party consent. I tap record. Slide the phone back in my pocket. Marcus is in his office, door open. He's on his computer. Doesn't see me at first. I knock on the door frame. He looks up, smiles. "David, come in, man. Close the door." I close the door. The secretary outside doesn't look up. She's got headphones on. "What's up?" Marcus leans back in his chair, relaxed, friend mode. I don't sit down. "I need to talk to you about something." "Sure, everything okay?" Sarah's pregnant. His face does something, just for a second, a flicker, then it's gone, replaced by surprise, appropriate surprise. "Wow, congratulations, man. That's great news." "Is it?" The smile freezes. "What do you mean?" "I had a vasectomy 3 years ago." Silence. The air conditioning hums. Someone laughs in the hallway outside. Normal office sounds. Marcus sits forward. "Oh, shit, I don't know what to say." "Don't you?" His eyes narrow. "What are you implying?" "I'm not implying anything. I'm asking." I pull out my phone, set it on his desk, screen down, still recording in my pocket. This is just theater. "Were you in Cancun in March?" His face goes pale. "David, were you?" We had a conference. "Yeah, I was there." "What dates?" "I don't... 17th through the 23rd. "Why?" "Same dates. Exactly the same dates." "Did you see Sarah?" He stands up. "Look, man, did you see Sarah?" Silence. Then, "Yes." The word hangs in the air, heavy, final. "We ran into each other at the resort," he continues quickly. "Total coincidence. I didn't even know she was going to be there. We had a drink at the bar. That's it. That's it. Yes, I swear. One drink. We talked. She mentioned you guys were going through some stuff. I listened. That's all. She told you we were going through stuff." "Yeah." "She said things were hard. You were distant, working all the time." I nod slowly. "And what did you say?" "I said that's what marriage is sometimes. rough patches, that you were a good guy, that she should talk to you. How supportive. David, I'm your friend. I wouldn't... Where's your conference schedule? What? The conference, in Cancun. Where's your schedule? He hesitates, then opens his computer, clicks around, pulls up a calendar, turns the screen to me. I look at it. Zoom conference, March 17th through 21st. Sessions from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Evening receptions. You were in sessions all day? Most of the day, yeah. What hotel? Cancun Resort and Spa. Same hotel. What room? His jaw tightens. I don't remember. Try 410, I think, or 412. Somewhere on the 4th floor. 412. Same floor. Maybe the same room. Sarah had texted him a room number. Room 412. Marcus. I say his name quietly, controlled. I'm going to ask you one more time. Did anything happen between you and Sarah in Cancun? He looks at me, really looks at me. I see it in his eyes, the guilt, the calculation, the weighing of options. Then, look, Sarah and it was a mistake. One time. She was drunk. I was drunk. It just happened. She told me you two were basically done, that you'd talked about separation. The recording app in my pocket is getting all of this. One time, I repeat, yes, I swear, one time. And I felt like shit about it immediately. That's why I've been avoiding you. I couldn't look you in the eye. I nod, pick up the phone from his desk, the decoy phone, put it back in my pocket. Thanks for your honesty, I say. I turn to leave. David, wait. I stop. Don't turn around. Are we good? I look back at him. No, Marcus, we're not good. I walk out, close the door behind me. The secretary still has her headphones on. Doesn't notice me. I make it to my car before my hands start shaking. He said one time, but I'd found 3 hotel receipts. Someone was lying about how deep this went. I don't go home. I drive to a lab, medical testing center, the kind that does DNA tests, paternity tests. The woman at the front desk is older, kind eyes. She's seen everything. Nothing surprises her anymore. I need a paternity test, I say. Legal or informational? Legal, with chain of custody. She nods, slides a form across the counter. You'll need samples from the alleged father, the mother, and the child. If the child isn't born yet, the child isn't born yet. Then we'll need a sample from you and from the mother. We can do a non-invasive prenatal paternity test. Blood draw from the mother, cheek swab from you. Can I do it without her knowing? Her expression doesn't change, but something in her eyes softens. Sympathy. Legally, for a non-invasive test, we need consent from the mother, but... She pauses. If you want to test your own paternity after the baby is born, you can do that without her consent. You'd need to bring the baby in, birth certificate, your ID. What if I just want to confirm now, privately? She looks at me for a long moment, then she lowers her voice. I can't tell you to do this, but hypothetically, if someone brought in a hair sample from a brush and a cheek swab from themselves, I could run an ancestry-type test, not legally admissible, but informative. I understand what she's saying without saying it. How long for results? 3 to 5 days. If you pay for expedited processing, 48 hours. I'll pay for expedited, she nods, pulls out a kit. For the hair sample, we need the root attached, at least 5 strands. The swab for you is simple, she demonstrates. Inside the cheek, both sides. 30 seconds each side. I take the kit. She processes my payment, doubles it for the rush. Results in 3 to 5 days, she says again, louder, for anyone listening, then quieter. Check your email in 2. I take the kit to my car, open it. Inside are 2 sealed bags, labels, instructions, a consent form. I don't fill out the consent form. I drive home. Sarah's out with Emma, grocery shopping. I saw the text earlier. I go upstairs, into our bathroom. Sarah's hairbrush is on the counter, pink plastic, full of blonde hair. I put on the gloves from the kit, pull 5 strands, roots attached, seal them in the bag, label it. Then I do the cheek swab, 30 seconds each side, seal it, label it, 2 bags, 2 futures, 1 answer. I drive back to the lab. The kind woman takes the samples, doesn't ask questions. Results in 3 to 5 days, she says. Then she looks at my face, just looks at me. Rush it? Please, she nods. Check your email. I leave, get back in my car, sit there. The technician said, results in 3 to 5 days. I said, rush it. I'll pay double. She looked at my face and just nodded. Life continues, because it has to. Emma has school. I have work. Sarah has prenatal appointments. On Thursday, Emma has her school play, spring production. The Princess and the Dragon. Emma's playing a village girl. She has 3 lines. Sarah and I sit in the auditorium, parents everywhere, phones out, recording, smiling. We look like a normal couple. Her hand finds mine on the armrest. I let her take it. She's been practicing her lines for weeks, Sarah whispers. I know. You helped her memorize them. I know. The lights dim. The play starts. Kids in costumes too big. Props made of cardboard and paint. It's perfect. Exactly what a 2nd grade play should be. Emma appears in scene 3, Village Girl number 2. Her costume is a brown dress we found at Goodwill. She's wearing a headband with flowers. She says her first line, "The dragon is coming." Parents laugh. It's adorable. Her second line, "We must find a hero." More laughter. Her third line, the one she practiced with me every night for 2 weeks. She steps forward. Center stage, looks right at the audience, right at me. A real hero is someone who stays, even when it's hard. The line lands different than it should. It's supposed to be about the night, about bravery, but Emma's looking at me when she says it, and I know what she's really saying. Don't leave, like her other father did. Please don't leave. The play continues. Emma bows. Everyone claps. Sarah reaches for my hand again. I let her take it, but I'd already decided this was our last public lie. Here's where I need your wisdom. Would you stay to protect an innocent child who calls you dad? Or would you walk away to protect your own sanity? Type 1 for stay, type 2 for walk. I'll tell you what I chose, but I want to know what you would do first. Friday morning. Sarah has a prenatal appointment. She takes Emma to her mom's house first. She'll be gone for 3 hours. 3 hours. I go into our bedroom. I've been watching, waiting. There's a locked drawer in Sarah's nightstand. Small key lock, the kind you can pick with a paper clip. I pick it. Inside, a phone. Silver. Cheap. The kind you buy at a convenience store when you don't want records. I turn it on. It has battery. She's been charging it. Password protected. I try our anniversary. Wrong. I try Emma's birthday. Wrong. I try Sarah's birthday. Wrong. Then I try Marcus's birthday. September 14th. It unlocks. The screen lights up blue. Messages. Hundreds of them. I open the text app. 1 contact. Just a phone number. The same number from the backup. I scroll to the beginning. 8 months ago. August 2024. Marcus. I can't stop thinking about last night. Sarah. Me neither. But we can't do this again. Marcus. I know. But God, Sarah. Sarah. David can't find out. Ever. Marcus. He won't, I promise. I keep scrolling. My hands are shaking so hard I almost drop the phone. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 847 messages total. Photos. Not explicit, but intimate. Sarah and Marcus at a restaurant I don't recognize. Sarah and Marcus at what looks like a hotel bar. Dated 4 months before the Cancun trip. A calendar entry in the phone. March 20th. Tell David. The message was never sent. Draft saved. I scroll to the most recent texts. April. Marcus, have you told him? Sarah, I took the test. He knows I'm pregnant. Marcus, did you tell him it's mine? Sarah, I told him it's his. Marcus, Sarah, he has a vasectomy. He'll figure it out. I just need more time. Marcus, time for what? Sarah, to figure out what I want. Marcus, what we want. Sarah, that's not fair. I have Emma to think about. Marcus, and I have a wife. I stop scrolling. Marcus has a wife. Julie, I've met her twice. Company parties. The affair wasn't a one-time mistake. They'd been planning this. The trip was just when they got careless. I take photos of everything. Every message, every picture, the calendar, the contacts. I send them to my email. Then I put the phone back exactly as I found it. Lock the drawer, put the paperclip back in my office. Sarah comes home 2 hours later, smiling, glowing. Appointment went great, she says. Baby's measuring right on track. That's good. Doctor said we can find out the sex in a few weeks. Do you want to know? Sure. She kisses my cheek. I'm going to lie down. I'm exhausted. Okay. She goes upstairs. I hear the bedroom door close. I sit on the couch, stare at the wall. The stick figure drawing is still on the fridge. Emma's family. Real daddy. No accident, no mistake, just a choice. Again and again and again. Saturday morning, Emma wants pancakes. I make them, chocolate chip, her favorite. Sarah sleeps in. She's been sleeping a lot. First trimester exhaustion, she says. Emma and I eat at the kitchen table. Just us. She tells me about her friend Sophia, about the book she's reading, about a butterfly she saw at recess. Normal kid stuff. Beautiful kid stuff. My phone buzzes. Email notification. Subject. Lab results. Confidential. I don't open it in front of Emma. Daddy, you okay? Yeah, sweetheart, just work stuff. You look sad. Kids, they see everything. I'm not sad. I'm just thinking. About what? About how lucky I am to have pancakes with you. She smiles, syrup on her chin. I'm lucky too. After breakfast, Emma goes to watch TV. I go outside, sit in my car, open the email, attach PDF. Password protected. The password is the last 4 digits of my phone number. I type it in. The document opens, 3 pages, medical terminology, genetic markers, charts, numbers. I skip to the last page, the summary. Based on genetic marker analysis, the alleged father is excluded as the biological father of the tested child. Probability of paternity, 0.0%. Not 0.1%, not unlikely, not improbable, 0. The baby growing inside my wife was as much mine as a stranger's on the street. I read it 3 times. 0%. Not unlikely, not improbable, impossible. The baby wasn't mine, which meant Sarah knew. She'd known all along. I sit in my car for an hour, maybe more. I watch the house through the windshield. I can see Emma through the window, dancing to something on TV, carefree, happy. Sarah appears behind her, puts a hand on Emma's head, gentle, loving. They're both laughing. From outside, we look like a family, like everything is fine. I open my laptop, search for family law attorneys, read reviews. Find one with experience in paternity fraud cases. Jennifer Wu, partner at Wu and Associates, 5-star reviews. Compassionate but fierce. I call her office. Saturday. I don't expect an answer, but someone picks up. Wu and Associates. I need to schedule a consultation. It's urgent. What type of case? Paternity fraud, divorce, custody. Pause. Can you come in Monday morning, 8 a.m.? Yes. Name? David Harrison. We'll see you Monday, Mr. Harrison. I hang up. Look back at the house. Emma's pressed her face against the window, making silly faces. When she sees me, she waves. I wave back. That DNA report changed everything. If you've ever gotten proof of something you already knew in your gut, but seeing it in black and white still destroyed you anyway, hit that like button. It helps others find this story, and it helps me know I'm not crazy for feeling everything I felt. Monday morning, 8 a.m. Jennifer Wu's office is downtown. 15th floor, glass walls, modern furniture, expensive. Jennifer Wu is younger than I expected, maybe 40. Sharp suit, sharper eyes. She shakes my hand. Mr. Harrison, please, sit. I sit. She sits across from me, opens a legal pad, pen ready. Tell me everything, she says. I do. Starting with the pregnancy announcement, the vasectomy, the bank statements, Marcus, the second phone, the DNA test. I slide the folder across her desk. Medical records, credit card statements, screenshots of text messages, voice recording of Marcus's confession, lab results. She goes through it all, methodical, taking notes. Her expression never changes. When she finishes, she looks up. This is a strong case, she says. Paternity fraud, adultery. We can file for divorce with fault. You'd likely get primary custody of Emma if you want it. I want it. The biological father, Emma's, unknown, left before she was born. And you've been acting as her father for how long? 5 years, since she was 2. She nods, makes a note. In this state, if you've been acting as a parent for more than 2 years, you can petition for custody rights even without biological relation. The court prioritizes the child's best interest, stability, established bonds. What about the baby? Sarah's pregnant now. Not your biological child, not your legal responsibility. You'd have no obligation, financial or otherwise, to that child. I nod. What are my options? She leans back, steeples her fingers. Option 1, file for divorce, cite adultery and fraud, seek primary custody of Emma, clean break from Sarah and her unborn child. You'd likely pay some spousal support, but given the circumstances, minimal. Option 2, you could also pursue a fraud claim. Sarah knowingly misrepresented paternity. That's a tort in some jurisdictions. You could sue for damages, medical expenses you've covered, emotional distress. Would Emma have to testify? Jennifer pauses. Possibly, if Sarah contests custody. The court might want to hear from Emma about her preferences. She's 7, old enough to have her wishes considered. I close my eyes, see Emma on that witness stand, being asked to choose between her mother and me. I don't want Emma in court, I say. Then we aim for settlement, mediation. You offer Sarah a deal, uncontested custody, minimal spousal support, in exchange for her cooperation. No trial, no testimony, clean and quick. I look at the papers spread across the desk. Evidence of betrayal, proof of lies. You could sue for fraud, Jennifer says again. You'd have grounds. Will Emma have to testify? I ask again. She pauses, studies me. Possibly. I close the folder. No fraud claim, just divorce, custody of Emma. I want Sarah to agree without a fight. What leverage do I have? The truth, Jennifer says simply. You have evidence. She knows you have evidence. If this goes to court, it becomes public record. Her affair, the paternity fraud, Marcus's involvement. Does he have a family? A wife? Then Sarah's not the only one who loses if this goes public. Marcus's wife would find out. Their business partnership would be damaged. Sarah knows this. Use it. She slides a blank legal pad across the desk. Go home. Think about what you want. Custody arrangement, asset division, support terms. Come back Wednesday. We'll draft the petition. I take the pad, stand, shake her hand. Mr. Harrison, she says as I reach the door, what you're doing, prioritizing Emma through this, that's real love. Not biology, just so you know. I nod. Can't speak. Leave. I don't go home. I drive to a park, empty on Monday morning. I sit on a bench, stare at the trees. My phone rings. Sarah. I don't answer. It rings again, then a text. Where are you? Emma wants to FaceTime before school. I call Emma, not Sarah. Emma's face fills the screen, smiling, missing a tooth I didn't know was loose. Daddy, look! She shows me the gap. I lost it last night. Did the tooth fairy come? Yeah, $5. Wow, that's a rich fairy. She giggles. When are you coming home? Soon, sweetheart. I just have some work things. Okay. Love you. Love you more. Love you most. She hangs up. I stare at the blank screen. The lawyer said, you could sue for fraud. I said, will Emma have to testify? She paused. Possibly. I closed the folder. Wednesday, Jennifer has the papers ready. Divorce petition, custody agreement draft. Everything spelled out in legal language. I kept it simple, she says. You get primary custody of Emma. Sarah gets visitation. Every other weekend. Holidays split. You keep the house. Retirement accounts divided equally. No alimony. Given the circumstances, we can argue against it. She waives any claim to your future earnings. And if she fights it? Then we show the evidence. Voice recording, text messages, DNA test. We make it very clear that fighting will cost her more than surrendering. I sign the papers. All of them. My hand is steady. I thought it would shake. It doesn't. When do I serve her? I ask. Whenever you're ready, we can have a process server deliver them. Or you can do it yourself. More personal, sometimes more effective. I'll do it myself. Jennifer hands me a manila envelope. Everything inside, sealed, official. Good luck, Mr. Harrison. Call me after. We'll plan next steps. I take the envelope. Heavy. The weight of ending a marriage. I drive home. Park in the driveway. Sit there. The envelope is on the passenger seat. We don't leave. That's what Sarah said. That's what we promised. But what if they already left you first? Sarah's in the kitchen, making dinner, something with chicken. It smells good. Emma's at the table, homework spread out, math worksheets. Daddy! She runs to me, hugs my legs. Can you help me with number 7? In a minute, sweetheart. Sarah looks up, smiles. Hey, you're home early. Emma, I say, can you go upstairs for a few minutes? Mommy and I need to talk. Emma's smile fades. Kids know. They always know when something's wrong. Am I in trouble? No, baby, not at all. Just grown-up stuff. 5 minutes. She looks between us, then slowly gathers her homeworks. Goes upstairs. I wait until I hear her door close. Sarah's smile is gone now, too. What's going on? She asks. I take the envelope from my bag, set it on the counter between us, next to where the pregnancy test sat 3 weeks ago. What is that? She whispers. Divorce papers. The color drains from her face, same as before, all at once. David, I hold up my hand, pull out my phone, open the photos, the screenshots from her second phone, scroll through them, hold up the screen. 847 messages, I say quietly. That's how many times you texted Marcus over 8 months. She goes completely still. I pull out the next piece of evidence. The DNA results. Folded. I unfold it. Read the last line out loud. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. Silence. I pull out the printed credit card statements, the hotel receipt, room 412. I know about Cancun. I know about Marcus. I know the baby isn't mine. My voice is still calm, steady. And I know you've known all along. Sarah's face goes through 5 stages in 10 seconds. Denial, anger, bargaining, confusion, and finally, begging. David, please. I talked to Marcus. I continue. He told me it was 1 time, but the second phone showed 847 messages. That's 847 times he lied to me. How many times did you lie? Tears start falling. I didn't mean for it to happen. 8 months. You planned this for 8 months. It wasn't like that. What was it like, Sarah? Explain it to me, because I've been trying to understand. She covers her face with her hands, sobbing now, real sobs, the kind that shake your whole body. I was lonely. she chokes out. You were always working, always gone. Marcus paid attention to me. He listened. It just happened for 8 months. I tried to stop. I did, but then you got pregnant. She nods, still crying. Is it Marcus's? Long pause. Too long. Then, I don't know. 3 words. The truth finally? You don't know, I repeat slowly. There were others, not many, but I hold up my hand. Stop. I don't need details. Through her tears, she whispers, I don't know if it's Marcus's either. 3 words. My wife had been with so many men during our marriage that she couldn't even identify the father. Emma needs you, Sarah says desperately. Please, we can make this work. I'll end it with Marcus. I'll do counseling. Whatever you want, just don't leave Emma. And there it is, the real manipulation. Not don't leave me, but don't leave Emma. I'm not leaving Emma, I say. I'm leaving you. There's a difference. She'll be devastated. She'll be fine because I'll still be her father. Every day, every other weekend, holidays. I'm not going anywhere. Sarah grabs my hand. David, please, think about what you're doing. I pull away. I have thought about it for 3 weeks. I'm done thinking. I push the envelope toward her. Read it, sign it, or don't. But if you fight me, I'll submit every piece of evidence I have. The texts, the recording, the DNA test. It'll become public record. Marcus's wife will find out. His reputation will be destroyed. Our business will suffer. Everyone will know. You wouldn't. Try me. She stares at me, really sees me. Maybe for the first time in months. I get primary custody of Emma, I continue. You get visitation. The house is mine. You can have your car, your retirement. We split savings, no alimony. You support your baby with whoever's baby it is, not me. That's not fair. Fair? My voice rises for the first time. You want to talk about fair? You cheated on me for 8 months, got pregnant with another man's baby, tried to pass it off as mine, lied to my face every single day. And you want to talk about fair? Emma's door opens upstairs. Footsteps. She's listening. I lower my voice again. Sign the papers, Sarah. Do the right thing. For once, for Emma. Let her keep some stability. Don't make this ugly. Sarah looks at the envelope. At me, at her hands. When, she whispers. You have a week. Read it. Think about it. If you agree, we can file uncontested. 6 months and it's done. If you fight, I leave the rest unsaid. She nods slowly, picks up the envelope, holds it like it might explode. I turn to leave. David, I stop. Don't turn around. I'm sorry. I know, I say, but sorry doesn't fix this. I walk out of the kitchen. Emma's on the stairs. She's heard everything. I can see it in her face. I kneel down, eye level. Come here, sweetheart. She comes down slowly. I pull her into a hug. We need to talk, I say gently. We go to the park, just me and Emma. Her favorite park with the tall slide and the swings that go really high. I push her on the swings for a while. She doesn't talk, just swings, higher and higher. Finally, she says, Are you and Mommy getting divorced? No point lying. Yes. Because of the baby? It's complicated, Em. Is it your baby? 7 years old, too smart. No, I say quietly. It's not. She drags her feet, stops swinging, turns to look at me. Are you leaving? I'm leaving the house, not you, never you. Where will you go? I'll get an apartment close by. You'll stay with Mommy most of the time, but you'll come stay with me too, lots, and I'll still come to your school plays, help with homework, make pancakes. Nothing changes with us. But you won't live with us. No. Tears fill her eyes. Is it my fault? My heart breaks, clean, complete. Emma, look at me. I kneel in front of her, hold her small face in my hands. Nothing about this is your fault. Do you understand? Nothing. Adults made mistakes, but you You are perfect, and you are loved. So, so loved. But if I was better, stop! You are not the problem. You have never been the problem. She throws her arms around my neck, cries into my shoulder. I hold her, let her cry. My own tears fall into her hair. I don't want you to go, she whispers. I know, baby, I know. We sit like that for a long time. The sun sets. The park empties. Finally, I pull back, wipe her tears. I wrote you something, I say. A letter. I want to read it to you. Is that okay? She nods. I pull out the folded papers from my jacket. 3 pages, handwritten. Blue ink on lined paper. My handwriting looks shakier than usual. You can see emotions in handwriting. Dear Emma, I read aloud. I'm writing this letter because some things are too important to say without thinking about them first. And I've been thinking about this a lot. Emma climbs into my lap. I adjust so she can see the words, even though she can't read my cursive. Your mom and I are not going to live together anymore. That's true, and I know that's scary. I know it feels like your family is breaking. But here's the truth, Emma. You didn't break this family. Adults did. Grown-ups made choices, bad choices, but you and me, we're not broken, we're just beginning. Her small hand grips my shirt. I am not your biological father. You know that. Your biological father left before you were born. That was his choice, a bad choice. But I made a different choice. I chose you, and I keep choosing you, every single day. I have to stop. My throat closes. I swallow hard. Being a dad isn't about biology. It's about showing up. It's about pancakes and homework and school plays and bedtime stories. It's about being there when you're scared or sad or happy or silly. That's what makes a dad. And I am your dad, Emma. I will always be your dad. She's crying again. So am I. The new baby that mommy is having is not my baby. But that doesn't change anything between you and me. You are still my daughter. I am still your father. We are still family. No matter where I live, no matter what happens, that will never, ever change. I read the last line, the most important line. You didn't break this family, Emma. Adults did. But you and me, we're not broken. We're just beginning. She climbs fully into my lap now, buries her face in my chest, cries. I cry too. Hold her tight. Can I still call you Dad? She asks, voice muffled, tiny. My throat closes. I manage one word. Always. She pulls back, looks up at me with red eyes. Promise? We don't leave, Emma, not you, never you. She whispers, promise. I promise. She hugs me again, tighter this time. I fold the letter, put it in her pocket. Keep this, I say. When you're sad or scared or miss me, read it, okay? Okay. We sit there until the streetlights come on, until she's ready. Then we go home. Emma asked if the she could still call me Dad. I'll never forget that question as long as I live. If you've ever chosen love over biology, if family to you means who shows up, not who shares DNA, drop a comment with your story. I'll read every single one. Found family is real family. 2 weeks later, county courthouse, family law division, conference room, not courtroom. That was the deal. Sarah signed the papers, uncontested. No trial, no testimony from Emma, just mediation. Jennifer sits on my right. Sarah's lawyer, a tired-looking man named Greg, sits on her left. Sarah's between them. She won't look at me. The mediator is a woman named Patricia, gray hair, calm voice. She's done this 1,000 times. We're here to finalize the dissolution of marriage between David Harrison and Sarah Harrison. Both parties have agreed to terms. Mr. Harrison? Yes. You agree to primary physical custody of the minor child Emma Harrison, age 7, with Ms. Harrison receiving visitation every other weekend and alternating holidays. Yes. Ms. Harrison. Sarah's voice is barely a whisper. Yes. Mr. Harrison agrees to waive spousal support. Ms. Harrison agrees to waive any claim to the marital home or Mr. Harrison's business assets. Retirement accounts will be divided equally. Is this correct? Yes, we both say. Patricia makes notes, stamps papers, slides them across for signatures. There is one additional matter, Jennifer says. She pulls out a folder. DNA testing results confirming that Mr. Harrison is not the biological father of the child Ms. Harrison is currently carrying. Sarah's lawyer shifts uncomfortably. Mr. Harrison wishes to have it on record that he holds no financial or legal responsibility for this child, Jennifer continues, and that paternity fraud was a factor in the dissolution. Patricia nods, makes another note. Understood. That will be included in the final decree. She looks at Sarah, really looks at her. Ms. Harrison, you understand that by agreeing to these terms, you are acknowledging that Mr. Harrison is not the biological father of your unborn child? Yes. Sarah's voice cracks. And you waive any future claims of child support from Mr. Harrison related to this child? Yes. Speak up, please. Yes, I understand. Patricia stamps the final page. Then by the power vested in me by the state, I declare this marriage dissolved. Papers will be filed today. Final decree in 6 months. You're free to go. It's done. Just like that. 5 years of marriage, ended with stamps and signatures. I stand. Sarah doesn't move. Mr. Harrison, Patricia says as I reach the door. A word? Jennifer nods, leaves us. Sarah and her lawyer follow. When we're alone, Patricia folds her hands. I've been doing this for 30 years, she says. I've seen a lot of bad divorces. A lot of people using children as weapons. You didn't do that. You protected that little girl, even when it would have been easier not to. She pauses. That's real character. She's lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have her. Patricia smiles. Yes, you are. 3 months later, I have an apartment now. 2-bedroom, one for me, one for Emma. She helped me decorate her room. Purple walls, string lights, posters of horses because she loves horses now. Every other weekend she stays with me, and Wednesdays for dinner, and random afternoons when Sarah has appointments. It's different, but it's good. Sarah had the baby last month, a boy. She named him Tyler. I haven't seen him. Don't plan to. That's not my story anymore. Marcus's wife found out. They're separated. Marcus and I are no longer business partners. I bought him out. He didn't fight it. Sarah and I are civil, for Emma's sake. We text about schedules, about school events. Nothing personal. That's fine. Emma seems okay. She has a therapist, someone to talk to, someone who's not me or Sarah. She's doing well in school, still drawing, still dancing. She came over yesterday with a new picture, different from the last one. Look what I made, she said. Stick figures again. But different people this time. One tall figure with a tie, me, one small figure with pigtails. Emma, 2 figures in the corner, my parents. They've been around more, helping, supporting. 3 more figures, Emma's friends from school. No Sarah, no baby. At the top, in purple crayon, my real family. This is beautiful, Em. Can we put it on your fridge? Of course. We hung it up, right next to a photo I'd framed. Emma and me at the beach last weekend. She's holding a shell, smiling, real smile, not forced. Dad? She uses that word more now, deliberately, like she's making a point. Yeah? Are you happy? I think about it, really think. Yeah, I say. I am, are you? Yeah, she says. I miss you living with us, but I like having 2 houses, and Mommy's less sad now. Kids, they see everything. That evening, we make dinner together. Spaghetti, her favorite, garlic bread from a tube, perfect. We eat at the table, just us. She tells me about school, about the book she's reading, about a boy named Lucas who's annoying, but also kind of funny, normal kid stuff, Beautiful kid stuff. After dinner, she helps me clean up. We do dishes together. I wash, she dries, old routine, comfortable. Dad? Yeah, Em? Even though the baby isn't your baby, am I still your kid? I stop washing, turn to her, kneel down. Emma, you are my kid. You will always be my kid. Biology doesn't change that. Nothing changes that. Promise? Promise. She hugs me, tight. Later, after she's asleep in her purple room, I sit in the living room. Look at the drawing on the fridge. My real family. She drew it differently, chose different people, chose based on who showed up, who stayed. That's what family is. Not blood, not biology, just love and showing up. My phone buzzes, text from Sarah. Thank you for being good to Emma. She's lucky to have you. I don't respond. There's nothing to say. Another text from my mom. We're proud of you, son. Emma's coming to Sunday dinner, right? Yes. We'll be there. Good. We love you both. I look at the drawing again. The empty chair at the dinner table where Sarah used to sit. It doesn't feel empty. It feels right. Family isn't who you're born to. It's who you choose, who chooses you back. Emma asked if the new baby would be her real sibling. I said, you already have real family. We don't leave. We never did. She smiled. That's when I knew we'd be okay. This isn't how I thought my story would end. It's better. If you want more stories about people who chose the hard, right over the easy wrong, subscribe. And if this story meant something to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. You never know who's silently going through something similar.